Right, so we'll get started. I just want to talk about cultural competence and better creates better customer service. All right. So that's basically our theme today. Our purpose is to provide an understanding and appreciation of cultural competence and how that can increase people's discretionary effort, affecting people at home, at work, and at play. What is discretionary effort? Let's just talk about discretionary. What is discretionary?
Choice.
It's choice, right? So discretionary funds means that we have funds that we can choose to do whatever we want with them, right? Discretionary effort is the effort that I choose to give my institution or give a project or to do something. And so if I'm going to pick on Todd. So if I just got a bad review from Todd and I didn't think it was warranted, what is my discretionary effort going to be like? Is it going to be high or is it going to be low?
Probably lower.
It's probably going to be lower than wherever we started, right? So it's how I feel about the situation that determines how much effort that I'll give to it. So that's discretionary effort. So we'll talk about that. Here's some of we'll learn definitions and guiding assumptions about race and racism and cultural competence. We'll increase awareness and understanding of individual, institutional, societal, and cultural manifestations of culture. Understand conscious and unconscious mores in a culture, all the rules that you don't do. For example, you're not supposed to take your gum and put it under the table. That's one of our social mores that we just go, don't do that. Understanding conscious and unconscious mores, understanding experiences of people who are different, who have different racial heritages, and explore the costs and benefits of working to end racism through building cultural strengths. So we'll talk about that stuff as well. I'll skip that. Now, this is an important slide and concept for us to really talk about. Because I have found that oftentimes when we try to have conversations about diversity, it's not real clear what we're talking about. And the trainers themselves try to brainwash the people that they're working with to think and act like them. And that's not what I want. What I want you to do is to be a free thinker. I want you to be a critical thinker. And I want you to figure out how some of these concepts work for you. So, to do that, we have to go back to some real basic stuff. So what is bigotry? What is bigotry?
Hating someone because they're different than you?
Okay, so hating someone because they're different from you.
Ignorant.
It is ignorance. Okay. What was that, Pat?
I was going to say ignorance.
Ignorance. Okay. Bigotry. Where does, okay, so I interact with a bigot, and I like that word ignorance, right? So if I give a bigot the facts, does that change the bigot's point of view? No. Why? Is there bigotry based on the facts? No.
Probably have years and decades of indoctrination into that.
Yeah.
They had years of indoctrination, and so now bigotry has become an emotion for them. It is a feeling. So no matter what the facts are, this is how I feel about the thing, and so that's what I'm going to be. All right? What is prejudice? What's prejudice? Because it's not the same as bigotry. Because if it was, it would be the same word, right? So how is prejudice different from bigotry?
Bias.
Okay, so it's bias.
It's like a predetermined difference or
So it's a predetermined difference, okay?
Usually condescending, isn't it?
It's usually condescending, okay? Where does prejudice happen? Say it again.
In your mind.
It happens in your mind. So prejudice is a thought. Now, given facts, I can change some prejudice, right? I can give somebody some information and that might change their thoughts. But I can't make them not be prejudiced. Now, part of what has gotten us to where we are today is that legislators have said that there are certain norms and mores and certain kinds of ways that we should behave with each other, right? And so they passed these laws. So 1964 Civil Rights Act gave open access to all of our political system to everybody in our country, right? Although gays and lesbians are coming along in some other respects, but for the most part, particularly people of color, got access to the system, right? And so what we've tried to do well, first of all, can I make a law that tells someone how to feel? No, I can't make a law that tells someone how to feel. Can I make a law that tells someone how to think? No, I can't make a law to make people think the way I want them to think, right? So technically, if people want to be bigots, they have the what? They have the right, the choice to do so. They have the right and the choice to do so. If someone wants to be prejudiced, what? Same thing. They have the right to do so.
Not to discriminate.
However, what we have said in our country is that discrimination, the action of these two things, is not acceptable. Right? That's what we've said as a society and as a community. So people can be bigoted. So you may have family members, you may have friends, you may know of somebody or know of somebody who knows of somebody who acts in one of these two ways, and that is perfectly fine. That's who they are. Right? However, we have a problem because it is very difficult to hold these two things in your heart and in your mind and not carry out the actions. All right? And so what my argument is, and what my overarching theme for this is that we have to stimulate people's hearts and stimulate their minds to ultimately change their behavior. All right? So, that's my basic premise. So we'll continue on. So I want to show a quick video, and hopefully I'll make sure that the sound is appropriate. Many of you have seen this video before. It's been on America's Funniest Videos and all of this stuff. And you may have seen it, just surfing the web or whatnot.